All right, let's do a real super fast lesson about pages 15 through 18, which is sometimes when a point is right on the axis, either the x or the y value will be 0, okay? So that makes it easy to find the opposite over the hypotenuse, the radius. The radius would be, if this is the point 0, -5, the radius is going to be 5. And we do the y value, so -5 over 5, so piece of cake, -1. Now if you think of this in degrees, it's 270 degrees, right? So if on your calculator you plug in 270 degrees, hit sine, maybe do it the opposite, sine of 270 degrees, you should get -1, okay? If I do the cosine of 270 degrees, that's the adjacent, which is the 0 divided by the 5. Well, 0 divided by anything is 0. Okay, so that one's also easy. But now let's think about the secant is the reciprocal of cosine, right? So if I flip that upside down and I do 5 divided by 0, what does that equal? Well, let's think about what division means. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And so we could say 4 times 3 equals 12, right? So division is undoing a multiplication fact. So what we're really asking here is what number times 0 equals 5? And if you think about it for a second, you realize, okay, wait a minute, there is no number because anything times 0 is 0. So there's nothing that times 0 is going to give me 5. So we would say you can't do it. It's impossible, all right? Mathematicians have a term for that. They call it undefined. Your calculator calls it an error. And then on page 18, I think they talk about some other specific types of error messages you might get on a graphing calculator that means the same thing. Basically, it just means you cannot divide by 0. This concept of not being able to divide by 0 becomes very important as we move forward, especially if you do calculus. We have to define sometimes what types of numbers we can plug in. We call that the domain. And we cannot have 0 in the denominator. Anyways, read the book, read the PACE. I think those pages you'll find pretty easy, hopefully. And then you're up to the first checkup.